Hello everyone, today is Monday the 9th of June, another day in the life of a window cleaner. Today I'm working in the village where I live, Parson Drove, and I've got 20 cleans to do, and it's good day's work money wise for me and Matthew, but because it's closer to home you try and squeeze in extra cleans. I know it's 20 cleans, but some of them are big cleans. So follow along, see how we do today. Fingers crossed nothing's going to go wrong. But now I've said that, something probably will. Find out. Watch the video. Already I've cursed it. Here's my problem. This won't come off. It's the tubeless system. You normally pull back on this sleeve. It disconnects from the pole hose. Can't do it. It's new Rectus 21 fitting in there. And this is a new bit of the tubeless system on my pole as well. Yesterday I was cleaning a mate's house, and I'm wondering if a bit of Synergy Pro somehow has worked its way in there, even though I do not use this to put Synergy through it. And I've found out when I've used my pole as a sprayer with a Rectus 21 on there, it just ruins the Rectus 21. So that's all I'm assuming. So I've come home, I'm gonna have to cut the bottom off here, take this sleeve off, throw that away in the bin, fit another Rectus 21 in there, and obviously put this sleeve on as well. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, what I'm gonna use is this tool. You can get these off eBay, they're quite handy. Just put it on the pole hose, put it in place, press, and it's cut. This is water that's in the hose, it's coming out. I have isolated by turning the tap off of my tank, so that will stop coming out in a minute. It's just because it's coiled up on the reel and under pressure it's squirting out, so there you go. Problem is we've still got this attached. I'm going to have to take this whole bit off my pole hose and put a spare on there, because I cannot for the life of me get this off that. Okay, scrap that idea, because I can keep this now on my pole. I have managed to retrieve and take this off. I'm just going to swap the Rectus 21 out for a new one of these, put the sleeve on top, all attached to my pole hose, which is attached to my reel. So I've got the tubeless system back and go. So all I've got to do is pull this bit out of the sleeve and get this free. You can see it's just stuck, and this is new. So there's either some grit in there or there's a bit of chemical. This is the new one. You can see it moves around. So all I've got to do, put this on first, attach this onto there, sleeve over the top, and then we're good to go. I'm now going to put the sleeve on. I've attached the Rectus 21 to my hose. Just put this in the bottom, push that in home, and that should now work. Moment of truth. That's it. So we're fixed, good to go. So that's the advantage with living near home. It's easy to go home where I've got all these spare parts always on the shelf, so I can make these little quick things on the fly and get out with minimum impact on my window cleaning for the day. Now if I was in Wisbeach, this would have cost me a lot of time. So maybe it's handy to have these sort of things in the van as well. Anyway, let's see how the rest of the day goes. This clean was clean number 2 of the day. Matthew's gone round the back. I'm obviously, as you can tell, starting to clean at the front, and then we just basically work our way towards each other. There's a conservatory that we clean round the back as well. Not a bad day. It started off sunny, but it's sort of like clouded over for a little bit. It's a bit muggy, but at least we're out working, that's the main thing. And it's not raining, so all in all, not bad. And as you saw, we had a funny start to the day. So I had a problem straight away on the first clean. Obviously didn't know about it until after I'd done the clean. I couldn't disconnect the tubeless system. But like I said before, luckily I'm in the same village where I live, so it didn't take long to get home and fix the problem. Whereas if it was on a day where I'm in Wisbeach, it'd probably cost me an hour with the travelling forward and backwards as well. So quite fortunate it happened on this day and not a Wisbeach day really. Today on this round, all the customers are done every 8 weeks, but because I use Squeegee, I can see when I last cleaned them. It tells you all that information, so it's quite easy to see it. And I was shocked to realise it's just over 12 weeks since I last cleaned them. So somewhere in the period of 2 months, I've lost 4 weeks' work. So I decided to have a little look round and account for it, because I don't want to get my customers to get paid off. I'm fortunate that I've cleaned all the customers for quite a few years now, so I know I'm reliable. But it's the start of the rot, isn't it, really? So I want to stamp it out. So I had a look round. Now I have lost a week because I hurt my back. I had to take a whole week off work. Luckily my back was all right. I've done it before where it's took 2 weeks to recover. So that's accounted for 1 week. We've also had 4 bank holidays. So when you think Monday to Friday, it's 5 days. That's nearly another week gone. And then we've had a few days, I think 4 at the most in that period, where we couldn't work because we had the really high winds. So that kind of accounts almost 3 weeks. But then the rest have been done for when I've done days, what we call the gutter days. So when customers ask us to have their gutters cleared or fascia soffits and gutters cleaned, all the big jobs like that, what we try and do is load up so we can get a day's worth. And then we move the schedule for the window cleaning along, so we free up a day. And then we put the customers on there that are all happy with the day that we've said. And then we go out and do a gutter day, because basically I've got to take stuff out of my van to put my generator, my gutter vac and all the tools I use to get these jobs done. And it's surprising how many of them we've done as well in that time. We normally limit it to 2 days a month. So all in all, that's what's put me 4 weeks behind. It's quite shocking, really. So what I think is definitely, been thinking about getting a second van. Try and get Matthew insured on my van. Get him to drive some days to build up his confidence and a bit of experience driving around. But obviously I've got to save money to try and pay for all this. But I definitely think we need a second van. It's the only way I can take on more customers. I've been turning customers away at the moment. I hate saying no, but it is a nice problem to have, isn't it? Rather than the other way round. And then if I got a second van, 2 vans out working, 2 people in separate vans are going to be more efficient at getting the work done than 2 people in 1 van. Now there's pros and cons. When there is 2 of you in a van, it is helpful if someone's coming out talking, one of you can still work. Or if you're doing, like I said, a gutter clear and fascia soffits and gutters, one of you can clear out the gutters while one of you is cleaning the fascia soffits and gutters. So it does speed up these sort of things. Or when you're in a road where there's a load of houses together, the van's parked in one place, you can split up and do houses each. That's good. But apart from that, any other time, you're definitely not going to be as efficient, because you're packing up and taking away is the same. It's just the actual cleaning that's a little bit quicker, isn't it? And I said to Matthew, because I did a day on my own as an experiment, and I said to him, if you split that day I did on my own in half, so I said, I earn this much, you're going to earn the same amount, I would have actually been finished and at home by 12 in the afternoon, midday. And if Matthew had done the same, I said we'd both be finishing around midday, 1 o'clock. So we got room to do perhaps fascia soffits and gutters then, or that flexibility. Well, like I said, you can take on a couple more customers, but try and get it so we both finish definitely by 3 p.m. Because you're not going to be able to pay yourself rockstar wages, so why work all the way up till 5 or even as late as 6 p.m. in the really hot weather? And I was also thinking with 2 vans, like I said, I could go out and do the gutter jobs as and when they come up, as opposed to having a gutter day, and say Matthew takes on more of the window cleaning, and as soon as I've done the gutter job, I just nip out and help him out on the round in my van, and hopefully we both finish a bit earlier than we normally do as well. But obviously I've got to get all the money together to come up with another van, get it all kitted out and installed. But it just goes to show that's something I've been thinking about. Because the other thing I was thinking as well was venturing maybe into pressure washing, using my existing customers, and I definitely need a second van for that. Or would it be too much and I'm just better off sticking with what I've been doing, but get a second van. And then I've got another son who might end up trying to work for me if he can't get a job. So I'll probably need more customers anyway to cover his wage. And the only way I'm going to get more customers to do that is if I've got a second van. So these are sort of things I've been thinking about. And I don't want getting behind majorly on the schedule. I mean, every 4 weeks, you're going to lose a day here or there. But every 8 weeks, you're going to lose a lot more over the 8-week period. So again, I reckon, put it all in the comments below. I think that's also why a lot of window cleaners just offer 6 weeks only. So if you are going to be a couple of weeks late, you're going to hit the 8-week mark, which is when the water-fed pole is meant to keep your windows clean up for, up to 8 weeks, depending obviously on where the house is located. So if you're near a busy road or field, you're going to need maybe less, like every 4 weeks. So 6 weeks will probably be the sweet spot. It allows you to have more customers than if it's 4 and 8. And everyone's the same, so it doesn't mess up the rounds and stuff like that. And also, because it's 6 weeks, it helps you bump up the prices a little bit because you're not every 4 weeks. I don't know. It's stuff to look at and think about. I think if I had to start all again, I'd go cardless only, and I'd probably go every 6 weeks. Another thing with 2 vans, the flexibility it gives you. So if one of my vans breaks down, we're used to working from one van anyway, and I can chuck in spare barrels of water. I've got trolleys, I've got gardener's backpacks. Another member of my family can jump in the van so we can work as a 3 if need be to get through the work. That's how we've been doing it as well sometimes. So again, with 2 vans, we can work, we're going to have better quality of life. And then if something happens, like I said, to one of my vans, we're not lost work. We can still jump in there and just make it all happen as a family and just get on with it. So it gives you all that flexibility. Plus with the gutters, I can do them on top of the window cleaning instead of losing a day's window cleaning to do a day of gutter clears sort of thing. So all them little bonuses are going to be on top of the window cleaning. So in fact, we're going to generate more money in the year, really. So yeah, definitely I can see the benefits of getting a second van. But like I said, I've got to get all through these knockbacks you get and still somehow save money. So I've got enough to pay for all this outright. I'm not going to get another loan to get it all done. I'm just going to save the money up, pay for it, because you're going to be better off in the long run. I think though, if this becomes a big problem and it's quite clear that I need a second van to fix it, and I ain't going to be able to save the money, you're then going to have to look at shopping around, work out how much money I need to borrow, and just do it. And then hopefully with the extra money you'll be generating, I can pay it off early as well. But if I can save the money and do it myself, that's what I'd rather do. But I'm more, like I said, we're having to say no to people at the moment. I hate having to say no. It just shows we could be growing. But it depends on members in the family if they want to do this as his job. Matthew definitely does. So I think we'd be fine with 2 vans. Not sure about my other son, David. Like I said, if he can't get a job, he's going to ask me, isn't he? So you've got capacity for that as well. And if we earn more, I can up the wages we get a little bit more as well. Make it better for Matthew. And another thing with having 2 vans, especially if we've got it so that we can be finishing, say, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, some rounds, the days go better than other ones, so you could be finishing even earlier than that. The day, if we lose a couple of days, say in a month, it's going to be easier with 2 vans, especially if we're, like I said, we've got finishing earlier in the day than we have been doing. You've got room to slowly try and catch up those couple of days to get you back on track as well. So it gives you that flexibility, whereas that's really hard to do with 1 van. and you've got a couple of people working for you, or like I said, me and Matthew, and then there's my wife as well, because she helps doing the organisation and admin and stuff. It's hard to generate all that money, that income from one van. Whereas 2 vans, it'd be a bit easier. With 1 van, you've got no flexibility in the system. But you can't have too much flexibility, because that's all like wasted opportunity to be earning money. So it's trying to hit the balance right, really. Be interesting to see how people who run multiple vans, if I can get my words out, get this all done. Just stick them in the comments below. That's me and Matthew back home. We're done. It's 5:45, so it's another late one. I've got to work out why we keep finishing late. It feels like all my window cleaning's falling apart. I think as well, some of these cleans, they're way over what they're due. And I've got to work out where we've lost these days. It's all bank holidays, my back. These gutter clear days clearly are getting in the way. We've got to do something different with them, because even if they were worth more money than a window cleaning day, it's pushed my window cleaning days across. So I'm going to have to do these completely separate, I think, to the window cleaning. So something I'll be working out tonight. Anyway, that's us done. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. It really helps out, all the good stuff. Matthew's just finished filling up the van for tomorrow. And yeah, YouTube will stick a video up for what it thinks you like to watch next. Thanks for watching, stay safe,